Good morning and welcome to Chorus Live, making the world your
and fresh. Yes,
we are
in New Jersey, 10 a.m. That's a great one. That's a great thing, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
And we are warmed up already.
Well, I hope you are ready too.
Long time ago.
Yes. So we were here a little bit early just to warm up our engine. Today is about middle body.
Yes, and we choose samba.
Oh yeah, of course.
The happy dance.
Which one have we done?
Carnival.
We could use of it.
Yes.
Of course, we start with the key points.
Let's start with
Okay.
the points.
So I want you to remember the rule of the 3B. Bounce, belly, button. So the bounce start from your belly button.
From my side, the free leg should always produce a beautiful leg lines.
Okay. The last but not the least, today we're going to introduce the karaoke run. So try to get the karaoke run to another level, like Yuli's doing it.
And Ricardo's doing. Yes, both
Okay.
of us.
We'll try.
Yes,
we'll try our best.
We'll try something to show you.
So let's start
Interesting.
from the basic things. One of the steps that I find is very difficult, very difficult also for us to get in tune with it, okay, is the crusado walk. Why is difficult? And actually, when we look around and we look even some top couple, we start to see a little bit of free interpretation. Now, what is the interpretation of crusado walk? Now, if we want to be really clear what is crusado walk, is the progressive walk forward, right? When one leg is bent and the other leg is straight forward, backwards. So, why do I point out the position of the leg? Because not recently, but in this era, we start to see people bending knee also in a whisk. One end are two, three ends are four. When I started to dance, a long time ago, it was physically not possible to do it. You shouldn't do it. Why? Because we have to respect the clarity and the beauty of the ballroom dancing. At the beginning I was a little bit like, oh my God, well, why? No, come on, it's too many restrictions. Why we should restrict ourselves to not feel what we do? And then, with the time, with understanding, with a deep understanding of technique, I understood why the figure or the position is like this. Why, when you do a whisk action, the leg stays straight and it doesn't bend. Why in the crusado walk, when you do the crusado progressive walk, the knee behind, it does a bouncing with the leg in front. Okay. So,
and how to make it work also.
And beautiful. Come on, ultimately it's beautiful. I think another situation, another subject that we have to address in our samba 2000 to 2021, probably that's going to be next competition, hopefully early than that.
Early, yes.
Is the fact there is a two measure style based on music and tempo, speed. So sometimes we find samba take 52 beats per minute, other one it just take 48. So what is the difference? In a 48 you have more time of absorbing. You feel extra time between the step and the action. Therefore the body has a time to release more. And that is more the African style. Now I hope you had a chance to look around, to scan around the archived lesson in chorus, and you can find the rhythm, okay? Into the rhythm is Jose and Joanna, American rhythm. Fantastic dancers, but also very knowledgeable. And actually they find the same things in a mambo. I know international style is what we practice the most, but ultimately if we're able to develop international style is because we stole a lot from rhythm. Right? Rhythm world, American rhythm. And they say that, for example, when the African style, it's more curved, it's less beautiful on the upper body, there is more rhythm going on into the action, there is more soul involved. When in a Cuban style, it's a little bit more side action there, but still a little bit of frame. In international style, it's actually higher. But the big difference is like a Brazilian samba and African samba. The African samba, it's down. The Brazilian samba, it's up. If you think about the step of the batucada action, chicka, 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 there is no change of up and down. And guess what? There is a lot of percussion in it.
Yes, shimmering.
So, in a dancing world, you can use, in a ballroom, a competition, you can use both. But we have to be careful that it doesn't look not appropriate to the situation. What does it mean? You have to count or balancing what is before and after the figure. Then you can probably allow yourself to change a little bit.
Yes, so let's go to the CRUSADO walks.
Absolutely.
So, because we took few steps before, and we took also the CRUSADO walks before slightly, but we want to go a little bit more deeper. As we said before, we're gonna explore and getting more into the details. More train with you, and if you have again shoes, or if you don't have a shoes, you can try with us as well. We want you to participate with us. Try it, dance, something it's not clear, ask questions. So first I'll start with the belly button. Let's start with, again, simple, but it's so useful for samba, also exercise, where you're using your stomach. Like our teacher, Donnie Burns, always tell me, because he has the beautiful examples. He said, I wanted that your stomach will be like this. I'm like, I got it. He never said like really where, how, like precise.
Muscle
he just
and
give
leg
you,
and things like
yes, the
general picture.
general picture. And it's cool, because you want to feel that always soft. Try it. Try it
Warm
with
up
us.
a little bit. Warm up a little bit.
Cool.
Try to not flex the standing leg. To not bend. Sorry, to
Yeah.
not bend the leg. Okay.
You can
don't
flex
try to do
because
this.
of that.
This is not what we try to aim
Stay
for today.
side.
You have to create the reason why we are able to bend the standing leg is because the pelvic is go forward. Okay, so nothing to do with upper body. So however you try to do the action here, really, it's a belly button situation where you try to squeeze it and use it without losing any height.
And I'll tell you one more thing, because I had mistake before. When I did the bounce, I did this, two, boom. And I see a lot of also dancers do that. So be careful to not go back and neutral position, actually to use forward to the neutral. Boom, chum, scooping, scooping, scooping. It's more this way. Chuk, chuk. You want to kind of flick forward your fringes. So it's not about back. Yeah, everybody a little bit confused. It's not back and neutral. It's a forward. That's where you use your stomach, use your back curved. But be careful with the shoulders. Don't go too much, as we know.
Don't go
Yes,
African, yeah.
we still go.
Okay, so now
Competitive.
from lateral sides, we have to go to the progressive action, to the CRUSADO walk. So the action here, it's really starting from this position. You see, we always start for slightly flexed standing leg and the leg behind, in this case straight, but it can be also relaxed from a samba walk, not CRUSADO walk, okay? So at this point here, what you need to do, you need to collect the action under the body. And walk forward. Now, the understanding of the standing leg, obviously we know the timing of the standing leg is a half-half because it's a bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Most important is not the 1, 2, but the 3, 4. So however you go forward into the action here, don't stop there. How to not stop? By doing like a squat? Not really. By continuing forward with the spine. That is the idea why the action of the knee doesn't stop. If you do CRUSADO walk over the standing leg, now you passing over the standing leg, you charging the action here, and when the standing leg is straight, your leg behind start to come across. Okay?
And then you use
we are talking about only the forward leg. We're not talking about the back leg yet.
Yeah, the
so one more
beauty of the
time.
free leg.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So how you see, I put an accent on the way up and on the way down. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, one end, two end, three end, four end. Okay? One more time.
And try to not leave the heel too soon. At the beginning, first you start with the knee and pushing your shoulder down, and the body continuing forward, and everything will absorb through the knee and through your core, through your belly button.
Another rules that make me understand the bounce action is actually the very easy sequence of the movement. For example, they say step, knee, knee, step. Yeah, foot. Sorry. Foot, knee, knee, foot. So not step, foot. Sorry. Okay, again. Foot, knee, knee, foot. Now, both percentage of knee and foot, it's relative to your body. What does it mean?
And also timing of the
She
music.
said correctly that if on the way back we lift the standing leg straight away, there is no activation of the knee. So it's foot. So if we don't do like foot, knee, foot, it's wrong. So we're gonna do foot, knee, knee. Now,
bounce.
even though it's a little bit there, it's enough because the action is so fast that the knee is already activated. So one more time, if I get into the standing leg and I do foot, knee, knee, see already the body is on the way back. At this point, regardless of what is right or wrong into your action, you want to increase the flexibility. And the only way you can increase flexibility is by using your side over. And for some of us, like me for example, it's necessary to use the foot after the knee, okay? Not before the knee and not instead of the knee. I will not be tired to tell you again. Foot, knee, knee, foot. Again. And foot, knee, knee. Foot. Again. Foot, knee, knee, foot. Foot, knee, knee, foot. If it's too advanced to try the elevation of the heel on the floor, leave the heel down. Foot, knee, knee, foot. Foot, knee, knee, foot. So you don't even need, how you said, to lift the heel too soon.
Yes. Now,
But the back
second
one.
stage. Yes, the back leg. What we're doing with the back leg,
Exactly.
because it's so easy with the pelvic to bend this knee. So at this point, as you get into foot, knee, you see I have the rotation of the hip. Don't keep it square. If it's square, it's gonna bend, and then where it goes the leg behind, not so beautiful, let's say, right? So you have to always rotate. So you flex as you come out, still try to rotate, and then only at the end flex the knee and collect through your stomach, and then pushing forward. Yeah, again, taka. You see? So I have this, a little tail, a little of flexibility on your sides to using the hip, because we really like keeping the hip up. Chum, koko, chum. So that's gonna help you to have a little bit longer your leg straight. Yes, we have a break. So
Okay,
we'll see you.
we're gonna be back in 3 minutes. Please practice a little bit of this crusado walk, and after we're gonna do with the music, because we are not leaving you here. We're gonna try for real. See you soon. And we are back. So
I continue, and
wanna
I got
continue?
for
I just
you.
been told off because I forgot to tell you about the Core Summer Challenge, okay? But don't miss it. We're gonna do it.
It is actually a big deal. We have a cool project, and I hope you all gonna participate.
Thank
And
you, my
some of
friend
you gonna
Laura.
win. Yes, so I got my rubber band. You can get a towel or belt and put it over here. It's such a great exercise tool, especially when you're dancing alone. Press down and use these CRUSADO's walks. Camera with us, yeah? Yeah, so I press down as I coming out from the knee. Yes, using a core pelvic and finishing the back leg. So you can always try this.
Can I briefly explain what does it mean finish the back leg?
Yes, please.
So even though when you do the crusado walk and you finish the action, no thank you. I have you already on my shoulder, I can feel it. So and you finish the leg here, look, this is not finished. The finish of the back leg is when it's turned out. So think about what does it take for me to turn out. Every time I do the crusado walk, I feel the action here. It should continue to rotate. So if I do...
Continue rotate.
Continue rotate. So
Not
if it's
just a
straight,
pose.
a good exercise it will be straight, and when you flex, you go in more into the hip. Again, straight, flex,
You see,
straight,
then you have a beautiful
flex,
line.
straight,
And long legs.
flex, straight. And that's why we try to avoid this action here, because the leg, he will not be able to bend if it's turned out.
And
As
it's
simple it is.
needed practice, because it should not be a stop. At the beginning, yes, you do slowly.
What we're going to do
but
with the
then,
music anyway?
Yes, it should be continuously, smoothly going
I guess
through.
we have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, Bambi.
Yes, we have a question that's come through from Erica. So she says, good morning. Can you demonstrate the proper way to contract the sides with the rotation on the samba walk and or whisk?
Yes.
Sure, Erica.
Hi, Erica. Good
Ciao.
morning.
Buongiorno.
Good morning. Thank you.
Buongiorno, buongiorno, buongiorno. Okay. Well,
Yes.
how we said that the pelvic action is starting forward, yeah? And the reason why we rotate the action here is to counterbalance your upper body. So if you have the pelvic forward here to collect the free leg, and on the rotation of the movement, your body is getting into the action. So however, the rotation of the hip, lateral position of the hip, that is what is give you the next direction. So if you do whisk, for example, it's the same action here. Zaka, kum, kum. Zaka, kum, kum. Zaka, yeah? So the movement here, it's connected to the recovery of the leg, rotation and collecting of the free leg. And the same things in the crusado walk. Because when we do
I
the
think you
crusado
meant it
walk
crusado
here,
walk, not samba walks, yeah? Because samba walks a little bit
samba
different.
walk is just with the leg behind.
Yeah,
flex.
that's more like
Zoom.
if you do botafogo, this is like a samba walk.
But
you
we have
see?
a reaction on it,
Slightly
right?
flex.
One and two.
Go, kaka.
Yeah.
If you meant crusado walks, what we did, so then you more progressive
Boom.
and you're finishing the
Do,
back
do,
leg.
do, do, do. Now the action is lateral rotation here, cruzado walk. And again, vertical scooping on the side, rotation here, and again forward. So you always have like a swimming, yeah? An action where you go forward, you take your body forward moving. And the contraction on the sides, it's more to create flexibility into the body, to have a softness of it.
So let's move on to the
Okay,
next.
thank you, Erica. Next
Yes,
question,
thank you.
Bambi.
Yes, we have a question that came through from Brooke. She says, can you show the best way to do the plate in the samba, please?
Oh, Brooke.
Thank you. Thank you,
Hello.
Bambi. Hi, Brooke.
Yes.
Good morning.
Of course, I'll give you just a little bit simple way to think. So this is based on the swivels. So swivel to show the leg, swiveling and keep it straight. It's no bounce here, but you use your stomach.
Yeah.
The heel, it doesn't need to be flat, boom, down. It's very much cushion, kissing the floor. Yes, and keep it more elegant. Keep it almost like you have a little jacket, beautiful jacket, and you dancing with this jacket. You see, only the skirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind
Thank
of
you,
a
Brooke.
little picture what is about.
Okay.
Thank you for your question.
So the next part will be the merengue run. And the
Yes.
merengue run, good for Erica, it's about contraction, side contraction. So merengue, it's a step first, hip after. Step first, hip after, step first, hip after. Now, showing like this, unfortunately, look like something is not right, okay? But if you connect from the cruzado walk, if you do like a cruzado walk action, chunga chunga chunga, into merengue, you have a different effect of sound. Okay? So the idea is to have this merengue, Cuban motion action, Cuban in a way, that's jongo jongo jong, jongo jongo jong, jongo jongo jong, jongo jongo jong. And the foot pressure is very important because you allow the foot to go down, the hip will not take off.
But stay on the inside edge.
So,
Don't go
foot
out.
pressure, very important. And spine, progressive spine, should be anticipated. So if she's doing a cruzado walk, zaka zaka za. Now the idea is a one pa pa pa. You see, I took Julia forward because there is an acceleration. Again, and slow, slow and quick, quick, slow. Yes? So ideally when you do any acceleration, any action into the promenade run and whatever, the timing you use, it should be faster in. Okay? So let's do one more time.
You can try with us.
7 and 8
Hold
and
it down.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and a lock step. Okay, this is a cruzado lock. Okay?
Yeah, cruzado lock.
Now, of course, the cruzado lock is not about actually keeping the knee straight or keeping the knee bend. We said we try to keep the same level, and it's a lock step followed by cruzado. So ideally, if you do progressive lock step, the action, you keep the action in the middle body only. Zakatika, zakatika,
Could be straight,
zakatika,
could be slightly
zakatika.
flexed.
Cha, 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 cha. Yes? So you keep the action going back and forward here, where, to be honest with you, you have to think of one more thing. You have to think, what is your partner? And you have to think also, where do you want to sell it? Why? Because the direction of the hip, it will change as a percentage. If you do like we do in a shadow position, and she continues to lock step, obviously the teasiness, lock step,
Oh, sorry.
the teasiness of the action here, it's towards me. My weight is going forward because we are connecting to the action. If we do side by side, obviously not connected, we're gonna do more or less, you do cruzado walk and, yeah,
Okay.
and locks up, and zakatika, 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 za. Zakatika, 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 za. That's what I said.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
I thought it's to the camera more.
Yeah, just for the camera. We do everything on the camera. Okay,
Yes.
so
I want to add a little
the
bit
way
for
you
the,
sell is on the back side. Please.
for the lock step
Yes.
on the back side.
Yes.
Cool. And I want to add one thing.
Obviously, she
For the
doesn't
lock
agree
step.
100% with me, so it doesn't really matter, is it?
Yes, of course. I'm going to give you a little small tip what I do. When you do the lock step, cruzado lock, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you actually want, a lot of flexibility again in the middle part of your body. You want that the hip will be reaction of this, but you want to keep this almost like a ripple. So how you do the ripple? To allow to have the flexibility, release your rib cage. You see the rib? Connect with the belly button.
Yeah.
Chica, 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 chica. And then the definition of the leg behind will give you this a little flick. Like for example, chica, chica, tac, chuk, 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 chuk,
Yeah.
chuk, chuk,
Correct.
chuk, chuk.
I like that.
That's
If
kind
you,
of
you maybe you see the feet, but I'm watching the skirt, and that is what is important to understand. That when you dance, okay, of course your feet's gonna be looking beautiful, but the big picture is about how you dance in your dress. So if you have a fringes dress, that's why Julia's wearing fringes dress today. It's just because it gives you some time of action, reaction. There is a double time into your body. So it's not like a dry. If you have a straight skirt, I mean, I'm not a fashion person, let's be like this, okay? But if I look at, I can notice the difference. It has always been like Espen from the first time we start to work with him, and he's very into the fashion, into the idea, and he gave me this knowledge to watch the dress, how you dance the skirts, and it's completely changed the direction of the body. So
yeah, for example, if I would have the pencil skirt, I would focus more on my back. Shoo, go, shoo. Because if I'm with the skirt and I'm using the back, that's something wrong. Too much of going on. Yes? So if you have a skirt fringes, your more focus is accentuate that part. If you have a pencil skirt, then you can use maybe more of a back, ripple, shoulder blades. Yeah, shoulder could be.
I want to share with you
hands.
also something that's this morning when we start to warm up. I didn't feel the side of my body. I tried to go there. I didn't feel it. So, you know, like when sometimes you feel empty. So I asked you if she could put a little bit on hand. That's what I said to you before. It was not a joke just to put a hand to feel it, or you put something to hold you down.
It's great.
Just to give you the feeling that what you're doing.
Because as you go up,
is into it.
that down goes. You're so grounded, and it's so much action would be in your middle body. Okay, we will continue with our karaoke step and with our challenge step as well.
Oh,
in
we
a
have
3
enough time,
minutes.
okay.
Yes, and we'll see you very, very soon.
All right, guys, so I'm here to tell you about Riccardo and Yulia's Summer Chorus Challenge, okay? So Riccardo and Yulia are challenging all of you guys. So what is this all about? So Riccardo and Yulia, they've choreographed a cha-cha routine just for you guys. So during this technique class on the Chorus app, Riccardo and Yulia will demonstrate a section of their routine live. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna copy it, you're gonna practice it, and you're gonna learn it, and you're gonna improve it. So when is this gonna happen? This is gonna start today, and it's gonna continue every week during this class for 4 weeks. So the couple or individual who demonstrates this routine with the most creativity while staying true to Riccardo and Yulia's fundamentals wins. So how's this gonna work? You're gonna take this class every week, and you're gonna watch the clips, and they also are gonna be posted in the tips of the day, so you can easily find them and go back and watch them again. So you're gonna watch the videos, and you're gonna learn these routines. You can do this solo, or you can do it as a couple, or you can do both. So you're gonna enter as a solo or as a couple. So after 4 weeks, you're gonna send us your videos, and the best one is gonna win. What are you gonna win? You're gonna win 1 private lesson with Riccardo and Yulia. You're gonna win 1 chorus warm-up jacket per person, and 1 signed autograph photo of Riccardo and Yulia per person. You have 4 weeks, and we can't wait to see your videos. It starts today, and the winner is going to be announced August 11th. You guys better get to work.
Well, guess
I'm
what?
pretty excited, right?
Well, you know what? I love challenge anyway. So
Yes.
when I was speaking with my friend Laura in Italy, she said to me, "Why don't you give a challenge?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" Because it's very important that we are challenged. We challenge each other. I'm challenged myself, and why you not get challenged? I see you when I look around Facebook. I see you guys try steps and action, and I think it's excellent. Don't be afraid to copy, even though it sounds completely different than what the majority of the people say to you. Because be unique, be individual, be yourself. Good, but how can you build yourself? You have to build yourself by building skills, by creating moments in what is the action, right?
Experiences.
Yes. So
So it's gonna be a piece of routine where we're gonna show few parts, little by little, that you can learn. And then you're gonna put on yourself. How would you interpret it? You can add anything. It should be yours. Yes, we're gonna give you a skeleton, how we do, what we want from you, but extras, it's all yours. That's what it's about competition.
those are the extra. Those are yourself.
Who is the best, who is the creative, keep the bars, keep the idea, but add some individuality.
Okay.
Yeah?
So let's continue with the
Let's continue.
karaoke run.
Karaoke run. I think
So,
everybody knows.
Even though I look, yeah, of course there is a water-led description of karaoke run, and actually I learned this step like a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
So we've already told you the Coca-Cola karaoke. It's except for the fact that Waterled wrote in a book karaoke. Otherwise, I would always call Coca-Cola. So,
That's beautiful names both. I like it.
but definitely, what is about? It's a Brazilian step. It's a Brazilian step. It's the same feeling of getting into the batucada, into something like a free movement into it. Okay.
Everybody does, right?
Of course, this is some point you like it because you like to free up a little bit. Now, what is the most important things? Well, definitely, if you look in the book, it's starting from R1. So it's like a voltus. R1. Yes? So, continue 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, how I said the same things of the CRUSADO walk and everything else, the direction of the pelvic depends on what? Depends on the direction of each other and depends on the position of your upper body. Because if you stay straight and you do your voltus action here, the pelvic reaction is forward. 1 and. Now, whenever you do the 2, I saw very much to do this. And I'm sorry,
Leg.
this one is just the leg, nothing else. But if you use the action there, if you put the squeezing of the side, it can be possible to do it. So there is this sense of chiki 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 chiki. Can you change the time? Absolutely, you can change the time, especially in open routine. I didn't see anybody doing silver, bronze, and gold this step yet.
No,
So
and it's cool.
The
That's
idea
why
is more about
so
open
many
routine.
variations you could do it.
And it's full of rhythm no matter what. So if you do the action here, 1 and pelvic 2 and 3 and 4 and
Again, keep
1
it
and
forward.
2
Forward
and 3 and 4
Very
and
soft.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Almost
1
that.
and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and
Happy
4.
dance.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, the 3 and 4. So of course it's about pelvic tilt, pelvic action here. There is a lot of footwork, but you can also change with a swing and a using of the body. Because when you finish a curl position and you close your body here, the rhythm of the action is here. Boom, boom, boom. So you use 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So what you shouldn't do is make this empty. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Why? Because if you see how the dancing, the samba action there, it still have this position of the contraction of the pelvic and the roundness of the body. So keep the continuation of the movements, the roundness of the action, not the thinness. So it's not like, yeah, the important thing is you still have
Softness
the
and
walk.
motion.
It can be subtle or it can be louder. And then she has also variation beside that one.
Yeah. Well, Ricardo already introduced a little, so you could use supple with the pelvic. Yeah, almost that kind of
Flamenco-ish.
flamenco-ish. You can show something as you do subtle here. You could introduce your hands. You introduce your shoulder. You could. But also you could use as a swing. Swing. Yeah. And then you can a little change for the flick. Yes, we go back.
Moonwalk back.
Yes. So you could also change with a flick, with a give this feel. Ah, ta, ooh. actually, Debbie Allen from the famous musical fame, she used to do the go, almost like a little jump, flick, flick. You could use that too. Why not? And actually, we're gonna show you a little.
Well, I'm not showing you that, definitely.
Why not?
No, because I don't feel it fitting my character, let's say like this. I like to observe you, to compliment you, but I'm not sure if I would look good there too. But maybe not. maybe in my weird dream I can try.
All right, but you can try it.
So, shall we try all the parts?
Yes, let's do some music.
I'd say let's do without music first.
Okay.
So let's do
combine.
7 and 8. Two cruzado walk. 1, 2 merengue, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes. So cruzado, lock. Now continue with one action. 1, continuous lock. 3 and 4, 5. So continue and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and drop voltas. 1, 2, 3 and 4.
And I choose to go quick.
Let's do one more time there. And 1 and
left.
2 and 3 and 4, 5 and small mistakes, 7 and 8. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 7 and 8. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that was a little bit wild. Let's start with the music. Hope I don't make mistakes on the routine. Can't promise you. Is your mic on? Mine was off.
Really?
Yes, my mic was off.
That's good. I did.
Yeah. Choka chika choka chika zup chika zup. Battle.
Good job. Oh! Wah! Hey! Wah! Ooh!
All right. A bit of fun. So, for example, this is a small.
It's on?
Now it's on.
Ah,
So we had the microphone off all the time. So that's why she was happy. I'm sure she was thinking you couldn't hear me. That's okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So that was slow music.
that was slow music,
Thank you, Riccardo.
and the idea it's very much about keeping the fundamental of the action, the cruzado walk, with the rhythm of the body into the movement
Yeah.
and play with it, right?
And play with this and give you different karaoke run, different interpretation. Take it to another level. Use it. See the inspiration, what you could use that, but never lose this middle body, because this is your engine. So let's go to the summary first.
No, we have a question.
Oh, we have a question.
Yes. So
Okay.
Bambi.
Please.
You can't get away that easily. We have a question that's come through from Teresa. She says, is there much weight or pressure on the last step of the karaoke run, or is it more of a point?
Ah,
Well,
yes.
again, it depends on what you try the interpretation, because I would prefer to have a sensitivity on it. So if, for example, you do this action here, 1 and 2 and 3, because of this, the hip is going forward, obviously you need some kind of support from the leg in front. But there is also, I saw to do this one, and 1, 3, zaka, wa, zaka. It's an interpretation. I don't think I could say it's a karaoke run because it's way too different.
I try a
as
little
timing
bit
and
something
action
like that, yeah.
into the basic movement.
It's a bit different.
But let's say like this: the basic action as exercises, an exercise to repeat more often your movement, your action, but also to get used of the normal and continuation of the movement.
I would definitely use continuation, honestly, with you. I would always use that versus point, but it depends on which level you are now. Maybe little by little you can do first of all point that you feel balanced and then use it.
I would always suggest you to go to the original side. So you do the original, you continue to practice what you're doing, and definitely you don't practice in the change of time, is it? So you practice the continuation of the use of the pelvic here. So and you try to experiment the action there. That's why also sometimes, even though I do this one in interpretation, it's not really what is the practice of the action, is it? Because I take away the pressure from the center. So my suggestion is you to do the first part, like regular one, and then you see if you're bored, you can change.
No, for next development.
Let me tell you another secret. On the floor, change it. Don't keep the same one. Don't do what you do in a studio.
Don't tell to your partner just.
Yeah,
just
no. Just don't tell to each other. That's what we do normally.
Okay, I guess we're coming to the end of the lesson. But before we do our challenge routine, we're going to go to the summary. Yes, and we'll be back to you.
The key points from today's class, the first one is the bounce starts from your belly button. The second key point from today is the free leg should always be able to produce a good leg line. And lastly, take your karaoke runs to another level. And don't go anywhere, because right now, Riccardo and Julia are going to demonstrate for you the chorus challenge routine.
Oh yes, I'm here.
It's for us,
you know,
too.
When the people's asking, don't you miss to compete? Don't you miss the floor? Guys, not really. I love to practice.
We have now opportunity to dance to you. So
no, but now it's your time, okay?
Yes.
We are challenging you. Because I know you can be better than what you think you can be.
Yes.
So
let's show them
the simple action, okay? So starting from
simple.
1, check, 2,
Cha-cha.
3. Now split, and 4, and 1. Again, 4 and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Check, 2, ronde, 3, cha-cha, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, and cha-cha, 1. Okay, one more time.
We'll go back.
4 and 1, 2, 3, cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, cha-cha, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, and cha-cha, 1. Okay? So, from here, we do the partnering first, but you can do your solo. So, you can choose. You can do what Yulia's doing or what I'm doing. It's up to you. Regardless of the sex, doesn't matter. Whoever do what they want, okay?
Exactly.
For a 1, I have to go forward running box. And 2 and 3, cha-cha, 1.
I have different a bit timing.
Okay.
I have 3 and cha-cha, 1. 2
and 3
and cha-cha, 1.
Now I do what she did it. 2
and
3 and cha-cha, 1.
Okay.
Yes?
Now my time. One more time. This.
1 and
2 and 3 and cha-cha, 1. 2 and 3
and cha-cha, 1.
1.
Okay? So first regular time. 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and cha-cha, 1. Now Julia.
Okay. I try to fit into you.
No, you shouldn't. Just do it.
3 and cha-cha, 1, 2 and 3 and cha-cha, 1 and 2 and 3 and cha-cha, 1.
Okay?
You can do hop.
Vice
you
versa.
can do ronde.
Running box. Side
Your
step.
interpretation.
And then, it's okay. So we finish this part
Second
here.
challenge.
And this is the challenge, real challenge is this one. 4 and 1. We have a patty cake. 2 and 3. Yes? Other side of the cake. 4 and 1. 2 and step forward. 3. 4 and 1. 2 and 3.
Repeat.
4 and 1.
Last one.
2 and 3 and cha-cha 1. Oh, yeah? Okay. So, it's a bit difficult, but it's very cool. It's very cool to understand the challenge of it. Otherwise, how you call challenge?
Exactly.
It's not a challenge all the time.
Yourself.
It's about
But be
balancing, it's
careful.
about rotation.
Yeah, let's show one more time.
Yes.
Yeah?
So, from there, side by side, here. 1 and 2 and 3. Cha-cha 1. 2 and 3 and cha-cha 1. 2 and 3 cha-cha 1. 2, 3 cha-cha 1. 2, 3 cha-cha 1. 2 and 3 and cha-cha 1. Of course, because we did a slow, the rotation it become too much. But if you do by yourself,
How
obviously,
would you do by yourself?
my step would be 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and cha-cha 1.
Okay, and I'll show you one of the example when you could do solo, because with the spin, of course, it's very difficult. If you could do by yourself, great. But another option, what you could do is you come here, cha-cha 1, you do one spin only, and then you do, sorry, like a pata cake.
You're right, you have to do by yourself.
Pata cake.
Yes.
And you can, you see, warrior with your hands. And then at the end, to the last one, you do the spin, and then the second part.
See, the beauty of it is the fact that she can rotate around a spine even without any opposition of body weight. So it's not about, and this is what is challenging. It's challenging because she's teaching you how to deal with the rotation into the partnership.
Yes.
So if
So
you
we
can
show
do by
one more
yourself, it'll be
time with the music before we finish the lesson.
Oh yeah.
And then next gonna be your drills for samba actually.
Let's see.
Stay tuned.
I'm gonna use one tune that might you know.
Yes.
Ya está empezando lo pelorio.
Ca. Zo. Zo. Go! And next one. So,
I hope it's a little bit challenge for you. It's
Stephanie is
no
challenge for
competition.
me. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Great
Okay,
job,
guys, do not worry. You're not missing everything when the class is over. We're going to post everything in tip of the day. Okay? Then you're going to have the step, the timing, and not interpretation. Because that's up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
And all the knowledge from the chorus, how to do everything. I hope it's going to be there. This is what it's also about, chorus.
Brooke, I'm challenging you.
Yes. Be careful. Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Thank you all.
Thank
one
you
more
so much,
time.
guys. God
Stay
bless you
tuned.
all.
Now, in a
Stay
few
safe.
minutes, Latin drills with our
Absolutely.
couple. Thank you.
Bye.